On this second day in February 2024, we explore the role of Alonzo Fields as he served under 4 presidents from 1931 until 1953: Hoover, Roosevelt, Truman, and Eisenhower. Of the 4, Fields was closest to Harry Truman, stating Truman regarded him as a man and not just a servant. Fields described his 21 years as having a front-row seat watching the passing parade of history as he stood at each of the 4 presidents' sides. While it was the duty of all White House butlers to stand silently and blend into the background, not acknowledging any conversations they overheard, the presidents often asked Fields for his input, and FDR trusted Fields to perform secret missions for him during World War II. In 1941, Winston Churchill arrived at the White House for a 3-week stay. After his first night in the White House, Fields received the following note from Churchill. "Now, Fields, we had a lovely dinner last night, but I have a few orders for you. We want to leave here as friends, right? So, I need you to listen. 1, I don't like talking outside my quarters. 2, I hate whistling in the corridors. And 3, I must have a tumbler of sherry in my room before breakfast, a couple of glasses of scotch and soda before lunch, and French champagne and 90-year-old brandy before I go to sleep at night." Churchill went on to specify that his breakfast needs consisted of hot eggs, bacon, or ham and toast, and 2 kinds of cold meats with English mustard, and 2 kinds of fruit, plus a tumbler of sherry. The 2 hit it off well, with Churchill requesting that Fields, the grandson of a slave, serve as his personal valet when he visited the White House. Not all of Fields' duties involved breakfast, silverware, and white gloves. When King George VI and Queen Elizabeth visited the White House in 1939, the Queen asked for a pillow during the official state dinner. FDR passed the request on to Fields, who had it retrieved from the Queen's car, then gently slipped the pillow on the chair as the Queen discreetly raised up. While Fields respected each of the presidents, he and President Harry Truman were the closest, possibly due to First Lady Bess Truman's bout of homesickness and dislike of the bread served in the White House. Truman mentioned to Fields that the First Lady missed the freshly baked bread she enjoyed in Missouri. Fields passed the concern on to the White House cook, who replied the kitchen staff was already overworked. Undeterred, Fields took it upon himself to make sure that Bess Truman felt more at home in the White House and provide the woman with homemade bread. On his own, he purchased the ingredients and prepared a batch of homemade rolls for Bess Truman. He quietly placed the rolls by her place on the table and then stood by the door watching her as she ate the buttered rolls with a smile. Later in the evening, she asked President Truman where the rolls came from. He told her, "Well, I believe Fields made them. He said he'd do it even if he had to do it himself." The next day, Fields was instructed to report to Truman's office. He did, expecting to be fired since he had been hired on during the previous administration for what he assumed would be a temporary position. Instead, Truman informed Fields he was receiving a promotion, saying, "Fields, my wife was so happy with those rolls, they made her feel at home. So from this day forward, you're in charge of the kitchen, the staff, you're going to be maitre d'." From then on, Truman made it a point to request that Fields accompany him on trips he made as president. When Truman left office, he gifted Fields 2 important items: his well-known black fedora and the infamous sign on his desk, "The buck stops here." Tomorrow, we'll continue to visit the life of Alonzo Fields as he served his country with pride. Lyle Station is proud to partner with Princeton's theatrical group Broadway Players as we host 3 performances of Looking Over the President's Shoulder. Performances will take place June 21st through 23rd, with a special presidential dinner on Sunday, June 23rd. For more information, please visit our website at lylestation.org or our Facebook page.